Alhamdulillahi wa kafa, wa salatu wa salamu ala ibadihi alladhina istafa, amma ba'd. فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم آنس وحشتنا في قبورنا وارحمنا بالقرآن العظيم واجعله لنا إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So to continue on this theme of maghfirah, if you remember the last time I left us with a thought about extending forgiveness to others, that Allah may forgive us also. Don't you want God to forgive you? And how could you have that expectation if you don't extend forgiveness to others? And we talked about that through some ayat from Surah At-Taghabun, where the theme of this surah is Iman, and the different kinds of Iman, it calls to Iman, there's fruits of Iman, and there's things to guard against that could take you away from right belief and weaken your faith, if not altogether destroy it. And it begins with the family. And so we shouldn't let our love for members of our family take us away from obeying God and His Messenger. But at the same time, the home shouldn't become a place of conflict and strife. It should be a place of forgiveness, a place of rahmah, a place where we treat each other kindly and gently, somewhat like a microcosm of the world. The world is full of people who make mistakes, but we should treat each other with forgiveness and mercy. فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. And what I'd like to turn to is these three words that were used at the end of this ayah. And as a reminder, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا إِنَّ مِنْ أَزْوَاجِكُمْ وَأَوْلَادِكُمْ عَدُوًّا لَكُمْ فَاحْذَرُوهُمْ. That from among your spouses and among your offspring, there are enemies. فَاحْذَرُوهُمْ. So stay on guard, beware. Don't become lax, but be conscious of your duty to your Lord. At the same time, let not your home become a place of strife. وَإِن تَعْفُوا. If you are to pardon. And here, if you go back to the word af, it's like effacing, completely wiping away, as if it never happened. And there are different ways to forgive people. One is, you didn't even let them know that you noticed it happened. إِن تَعْفُوا. And they're not aware. You know that something happened, they know something happened, but it's completely gone. Almost you can wipe it away from your memory, but you definitely don't even let the other person know that you saw something or that something was wrong. وَإِن تَعْفُوا. That's one way to let it go. And that's probably the best way if, for us as human beings, if there's not some harm that's to be corrected for the future. وَإِن تَعْفُوا. Then وَتَصْفَحُوا. You saw something happen. Maybe they even saw it, but like safha is a page. It has two sides. One side doesn't see the other. Just turn away. وَتَصْفَحُوا. And don't bring it up. Don't make them feel bad about it. These are all ways to have a harmony, to bring harmony among people. وَإِن تَعْفُوا وَتَصْفَحُوا وَتَغْفِرُوا. And cover up. Maybe even make excuses for them. Well, no, you did this because of this and this, I understand. And then try and make perhaps a lesson out of it. But at the same time, you know it happened, they know it happened, but you forgive them. You genuinely forgive them. وَتَغْفِرُوا. And this is another reason why perhaps the word for helmet comes from the same root, mighfar, a helmet. Because there's something there, but you're guarding it and protecting it. Don't spread any sins that you know that may have occurred in your household, or even of righteous people, or for no good reason at all. Just cover them up. This is what God does to us, because He sees all of our sins, and He forgives us, and He covers them up for us, and we seek His maghfirah. فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَفُورٌ الرَّحِيمٌ. So God too, and this is His rahmah. So you can connect the two themes of rahmah and maghfirah. Out of His rahmah, He forgives us. To conclude tonight's reflection, just follow up and bring us full circle. The next ayah says, إِنَّمَا أَمْوَالُكُمْ وَأَوْلَادُكُمْ فِتْنَةٌ. That your wealth and your offspring are a test for you, a trial. And it's a very simple test. God has given you wealth. He's given you resources. He's in both money and also in offspring. What do you do with them? Do you put them in the right cause, or do you completely expend them for no good at all except your own gratification? This is a question. It's a test, and it's a simple test. So إِنَّمَا أَمْوَالُكُمْ وَأَوْلَادُكُمْ فِتْنَةٌ وَاللَّهُ عِنْدَهُ أَجْرٌ عَظِيمٌ. The real reward is to be found with God. Don't seek it in this world. It's to be found with God. And then the next ayah says, فَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ مَسْتَطَعْتُمْ. And there the theme of taqwa, if you remember how we started, that fasting has been prescribed for you, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. And the Quran is a guide, هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. فَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ مَسْتَطَعْتُمْ. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from among those who have taqwa of Him as much as we can in this month of Ramadan and throughout our lives. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.